Hello and a very warm welcome to an exclusive fireside chat on a very interesting and intriguing topic, using tech for well-being of frontline workers in India. Today, we can't think about taking a step without the help of technology. We rely on tech to support us and make our lives easy. Well, technology has changed the entire ballgame in the world of work as well. We rely on Excel, we rely on Word, we rely on AI, Google search for everything we need. And today, in this conversation with my guests, we will understand how tech can help to create an environment for well-being in the world of work for frontline workers. Please welcome my first guest, Ms. Pragati Kakkar, General Manager, IFCO Tokyo General Insurance. Welcome to the show, Pragati.
Thank you, Abid. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Thanks a lot for being on the show. My next guest is Mr. Manish Tiwari, Senior Director Growth for BetterPlace. Welcome, Manish.
Hi, Abid. Good evening, and great to be here with you and Pragati. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Manish, and thank you so much, Pragati, for taking out time and sharing your thoughts with us. And without any further ado, I would like to hit my first question and ask this to Pragati. Pragati, it's a very basic yet very important question. I would like you to throw some light on the same. Sure. How has tech opened more job opportunities for frontline workers? What are your thoughts?
Very interesting. So tech used well is a great enabler. So it has definitely opened a lot of job opportunities for frontline workers. Most of the frontline workers, if you see, are currently would be the Gen Z, so which is the very, very young workforce. So what we need to understand there is that the Gen Z prioritizes the work-life balance. They are theirs is the generation which kind of values capabilities more over authority. Plus the fact that they are more racially diverse and the ethnicity is pretty kind of diverse there. So there are a lot of children which you will see are from mixed racial parents, which was unheard of 10 years back. So if you see, they're more open, and definitely for them also working 9 to 5 is not a kind of big thing as it was in the earlier generations. So what they are also looking at is a lot of gig work. So they want to kind of have the right kind of balance. And currently, though, what's happening is the gig work is more kind of clustered around drivers and delivery services, which needs to expand. I mean, those are the frontline workers which are really into gig work. So, but that lack of sufficient education is not a limiting factor with technology for opportunities. Because if you see, there is a huge array of services which you can offer. And plus the fact that you can digitalize a lot of background information of the candidates through AI and other tools. So the opportunities are wider for them in the sense they don't, the background checks and all these kind of physical things which needed to happen don't need to happen anymore, in the sense if they're going through a platform, it has already verified those parties. It's a verified person is verified for every opportunity. It is not that every opportunity he needs to be verified. Vis-a-vis, if you see, if he applies for jobs at 5 different places, all of them would do a verification for him individually. So I think there it is a lot of win-win, both for the organizations and for the young workers. Plus it fits the need of, there are multiple people. Right now, we do not even see frontline salespeople. If they are not in regular employment, what they could actually be doing is selling a lot of different products for a lot of different companies. So when he goes to pitch to a customer, he could just be pitching not only maybe a FMCG product, he could pharmaceutical product. He also has the opportunity to pitch an insurance or a wellness benefit to them. So I see a huge kind of opportunity there, both for organizations and for the workforce.
Thank you so much, Pragati. Manish, the next question is for you. And yet another simple question, but I think it's very important as well. How is tech playing a pivotal role in the betterment of frontline workers? Since you deal with frontline workers and your very important part is tech for BetterPlace, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, thanks, Abid. And yeah, I think a pretty important question. How I look at it is, and I'm drawing from our experience in BetterPlace of working with many corporates, typically in the frontline workforce area. I believe the overall ecosystem of frontline workers is changing, and their adoption of technology is making things easier and better for them and also for the organization. So right from, as Pragati was mentioning, right from having more opportunities for them because of the digital platform, digital ecosystem, workers can see, are much more aware about the job opportunities that they have today. Different platforms. So you don't have to depend upon an agent or let's say recruitment company to do so. So the democratization of job opportunities is one. That's the start with it. But even things like their upskilling, they can digitally upskill. Like in BetterPlace, we have the skilling platform wherein like thousands of people get themselves upskilled on various skills, and that helps them in getting job. Even after getting the job, their induction, digital induction, as Pragati was mentioning correctly, the background verification, that is so smooth and fast, which means that the experience of frontline workers is faster, smoother. Companies get more advantages of that. And also continuously when they are in job, they need to upskill themselves. Any new product is there, any new process is there. They can be using technology platforms like say mobile learning or any type of technology platform. It is easy for workers to be taught new skills, new technology, new processes and all, which obviously improves their efficiency, their lifestyle, their work. And I'll also add one more thing which I've noticed is, again, digital platforms like ours and others also are providing financial services, also well-being services using technology. And earlier it was only available to, let's say, a white-collar worker or so. But now these facilities, let's say insurance, health, and other financial and health benefits and all are very easily available using tech platforms for blue collar, which improves their overall life, their overall work productivity. So I see a change happening. I still believe that there's a long way to go. About 45 crore workers are there, but definitely I think India is moving in that right direction.
Thank you so much, Manish. Coming back to you, Pragati, I think, when we use tech, we definitely get good results. I would like to understand from you, what are some of the positive results organizations have seen in the blue collar or frontline workforce through tech intervention regarding their holistic well-being at the workplace?
Great question, Abid. So here I would just like to add 2 points. By holistic well-being, we are talking about the physical, mental, social, or the well-being in total. So where is this thought coming from in the organizations? It has not come out of the blue, because if you've kind of seen the challenges which the frontline workers face, post-COVID era, the workers themselves believe that they have higher work stress. The customer demands, the expectations out of them are huge, and they have very, very hectic work schedules, and they need to put larger amount of work for the same output. So this is giving rise to a lot of stress for them, and there are mental wellness issues. There are other issues. So it is not a favor one you're doing to your employees, because if you need to take care of your workers for them to be able to do well. And normally the frontline worker, the job challenge, the reason why they change jobs, there are 3 basic reasons. It's either for more money, it is for upskilling, or it's for better employee benefits. So if you can cater to at least 2 of these reasons where you can give them better employee benefits. So employee benefits where we are talking about wellness. So in case they are into gig work or other, maybe the platforms can offer them wellness and health services through a group insurance plan. Because as a white collar worker, you, like Manish rightly said, these benefits are available to you. So if he could get these kind of benefits available to him, it is great. And as an organization, the benefits are absolutely huge. because organizations are investing into this wellness because the return is manifold. So if you see, what is it resulting? Use of wellness is resulting in a decreased absenteeism. There are fewer people who are absent. Then when you are focusing on the wellness services, what actually happens is you are focusing on the health or physical health of an individual. So what happens is they fall sick less. So when once they're not falling sick, one is absence. Second part is your insurance, the wellness premium layout which you're giving out for the group health insurance. Your risk becomes better. So the company actually lands out paying lower premiums because more the claims, the higher your premiums that you need to pay. So it's a direct benefit vis-a-vis the cost which you're incurring here. Also, when you're focusing on, and these employees definitely need wellness benefits, the good part of technology being a host of yoga, meditation, and other activities are now available online. So you can, in the spread of space where they are, all you need to do is kind of get the service to them. Instead of having them go to that service, the service is available on their desk, on demand, in the region where they need it. So a lot of comfort which they are getting is kind of translating into lower attrition rates for companies. Also, the third thing I would like to say is the workers are highly engaged with you because they know you're investing in their wellness, you're investing in other activities. So which actually kind of results also in retention of your the kind of experience which they have. And because they're staying with you, you actually don't need to invest so much into retraining, rehiring. Those are huge costs to a company. So also the kind of information which that person has of systems process goes once a person leaves, because everything is not recorded. So there are a lot of value which a person as a human brings to that, which is lost once a person disassociates from an organization. So I think it's a win-win both for the organization and for the individual, which is why there is a lot of focus now. And I think the big boom of this is going to be mental wellness. Already across US, 50% of the organizations now are investing into wellness services for their employees. So yeah, that's a huge positive.
Thank you so much for sharing your thoughts and giving examples as well and sharing it in detail. Coming back to Manish. Manish, you mentioned about how frontline workers, you are using tech for frontline workers and how they're upskilling themselves. I would like to know what has been the frontline workforce responses toward the tech platforms, because there's a thought process, there's a thinking that frontline workers are not very much active on tech platforms. They are very not tech savvy, but tech shy. What do you have to say about it?
No, that's good. You brought this point, and I think honestly, before I spent some more time in the industry, I also had similar thoughts. But I can very firmly say that that's not the right way. That's not the market reality. In fact, I would go to the other extreme. That in fact, to the frontline, blue collar, or whatever this you call it, the young generation and people who are entering the workforce at the entry level, they are fairly open, very receptive to use of technology. In fact, I see, because we interact a lot with companies, and there is a lot of push now from the workers themselves that they need these solutions, right? They need, workers want digital solutions for their payroll, for their onboarding. They want upskilling solutions on digital. So all the things which always was considered to be the white collar worker domain is actually needed and demanded also now by the frontline workers. By one, I think a big reason is, as Pragati was mentioning initially, that these are the new generation of people. They are fairly well exposed to technology, mobile, internet, they're in their general life also, and YouTube and other channels. So they are pretty conversant with technology, and they would like these things to be a part of their life also, their work life also. So that I think workers take it up very well, and that's the reason. Like, I'll give you a very recent example. Only yesterday I was talking to one of a very large retail chain in the country, and they reached out to us only for the blue collar worker HRMS. So they said that we have had a white collar HRMS for ages. It's a very established system that is there, but now we are specifically looking for a blue collar HRMS, because we believe that company also believes it, and there has been a demand from the workers side. So I think uh, the adoption of technology is good. In fact, I would say the only point, maybe a star mark I will put it, is you can't just apply the white collar technology and the white collar solution straight away to the blue collar and frontline. You may have to tweak it. Maybe multilingual is one thing. Maybe you have to make it more simple, more easier, more gamified, or other things. So that I think those tweakings need to be done. But if that is done, I think the blue collar or the frontline workers are more than receptive, I would say, to take up the new technology platforms.
Thank you so much, Manish. And adding that example, it really added value at all. I'll get back to Pragati. Pragati, you mentioned about the holistic approach of well-being, correct?
Correct.
So, what are some of the significant challenges that organizations face in creating a structure for well-being of frontline workers? What do you think? Some of the challenges you may share?
Yes, sure. Okay. So what I feel here is one of the biggest challenges is a balance between empowerment and employee discipline. So it is like creating a freedom within a framework. So how much freedom would you give to a person who kind of is not aware of the complete environment, who wishes for a certain freedom, but who doesn't understand the implications? So I think the biggest challenge I feel is that balance between empowerment and discipline, one of the biggest challenge. Another thing I would say is organization. Another challenge is the task orientation versus people orientation. Again, it comes to the framework. Where do you kind of say, okay, I value this is a place where I value my task, and this is the place I value my people. Those are some of the challenges. And one very big challenge is the team communication, both upwards and downwards, because you find across industries, across the world, that the information, no matter how many platforms you use, what you try, the percolation of information top down is like the complete information does not reach, or it takes a lot of time. By the time your next communication comes, the last one has still not reached your frontline workers. It is a possibility. Technology is a huge help there. And secondly, the other part is flow of information from down to upwards. So that again, both of them are again a challenge. And it is another challenge you face is the white versus blue collar workers. They're a diverse group. What communication strategy do you use to cater to both of them? Because you cannot cater to them in isolation. They are part of a work group. So how do you balance that what part of my communication is focused on my white collar worker? What is focused on the blue collar worker? I think those are some of the biggest challenges besides the skill gap, which I see currently, which need to be addressed.
Okay. Yes, skill gap is one of the major challenge that we all need to address. The chief learning officer, people officer, they are addressing this gap for sure, and using technology. That without using technology, it won't, help. So coming back to Manish, companies are leveraging new tech platforms to design more efficient work process for the frontline workers and the workforce. How are they doing it? How are they leveraging it? Would you like to share something?
Yeah, sure. So I'll give you certain points on that. Like one way, obviously, is digital onboarding, for example, like doing completely paperless digital onboarding and background verification. Now, very easily, when one of the things which is very important in a blue collar hire, obviously for white collar also, but more for blue collar, is the background verification process and all. It used to be very manual. Well, it used to take a lot of time and all that. Now we're using the tech platforms. You can do it within a day or 2 days or so. So that obviously reduces the time efficiency. Secondly, the entire onboarding in terms of their induction journey. So we have had clients wherein the inductions used to take maybe half a day, sometimes even a day. 3-day, 4-day induction processes. Even for the blue collar, I'm talking about maybe delivery boy or very, very entry-level jobs or so. But then a lot of it, using a tech platform, they've been able to reduce it days works to an hour and maybe 2-3 days job to a day job or so. So that I think has brought in a lot of efficiency and productivity improvement. So these are the two specific things. Apart from it, you'd be surprised. We have, again, I'm just drawing from the experience of some of our clients. Like people have run apprenticeship program using digital platform. The entire apprenticeship program, which is a government mandated thing, using this. So that's something that has happened. Also, payroll, obviously. So payroll for the white collar has always been there, but the digital payroll system, attendance system, the geofenced, the geotagged attendance system for a blue collar worker, that has really resulted in a lot of efficiency and productivity improvement for blue collar. And so these are, I think, some of the specific things that I have seen working with our clients, where they are using these specific modules to enhance the productivity, the wellness, and the entire life cycle of the blue collar worker.
Okay, I think we have asked ample questions for a fireside chat. You guys have taken good amount of time, which is very good, for sharing your thoughts. And 25 minutes is good. Thank you so much, Pragati.
Abid, can I just quickly add one point to what Manish has said? I would love to do that. The reason being, we are actually using most of the technology which Manish has spoken about for our frontline workers. We the challenge of frontline, the blue and the white, we face the typical challenge because 40% of our workers are frontline sales staff, and the rest is at other locations. So what has worked beautifully for us is we have a learning app now, which is a BetterPlace product, and we are using it for onboarding. We are using it for engagement, and we are using it as a platform of information and connecting. And also, what it gives us is we are able to break the geographical barriers. The power of technology is such: one, we are able to break the geographical barriers. Secondly, we are also able to tailor-make vernacular content depending on the place where he is. So it's a great kind of balance there. Yeah, thank you. That's just what I wanted to add to Manish.
You want to say thank you, that's it.
I mean, I don't want to take more time, but yeah, there is lots more I can talk about. But yeah, this is good. I wanted to put this across that we are doing simulation-based learning, we are doing app-based learning. So we are using all, and we are doing vernacular. So those are all, and we do have this app-based attendance system for our blue collar workers. So we are using everything Manish is talking about. So I feel really proud about it. And I just wanted to share that with you.
Mission accomplished, Manish, I think.
No, thank you. I think, in fact, Pragati has been one of our early adopters and then really movers in the insurance domain. We have other clients also, but I think when they started using it, they were one of the early ones, and they have continued with it and enhanced our relationship. So yeah, obviously, I'm happy that they're using our product, but obviously, I think this also shows that industries can adopt, and there are very, very large use cases where it can be done. So yeah.
Great, lovely hosting you guys. It was really wonderful, asking questions and learning a lot of new things about technology, about frontline workers, and what is the road ahead. So it was wonderful hosting you, both of you.
Thank you, Abid.
Thank you, Abid. We appreciate being here.
Thank you. Thank you, Pragati.
Thanks, Manish.
Thank you. Bye.